Come on, Assetto Corsa, wake up! Wake up! I'm sorry guys, I can't even do a dramatic entry into the video. It's just not me, you know? It's just not me, I can't do it. Damn it! So welcome guys to this video, and we're gonna be talking about Assetto Corsa Competizione, my most favorite game, where I have over 1600 hours of gameplay in the past 2 years. I basically asked my community what are the things they would like to improve or see in Assetto Corsa Competizione. But first of all guys, this video is not about hating the game. This is actually a feedback from the players that enjoy the game, love the game. I would like to see some little improvements, so we are trying to give like a little public feedback. So buckle up. So these are the things that me and my community would like to improve in Assetto Corsa Competizione to make it even better experience. For example, endurance racing is like the most popular thing you have in Assetto Corsa Competizione. You have a day-night transition, you have a weather changes, you have a dynamic weather and things like that. You have a driver swap, you have amazing cars, good BOP and incredible cars to play with, and multi-class as well. But in the endurance there are some things that could make your life a way bit easier, and we also have to look at the other games, what they have and what we can implement from the other games into Assetto Corsa, and I think the developers should think about it, and I think it will be good for the future of Assetto Corsa Competizione. One thing, for example, that bothers me the most with experiencing some other games is the pit stops arrangements. When you do endurance race in Assetto Corsa Competizione, or when you do simply a driver swap race with another driver, your friend, the thing is you are the main driver on a server, he's like a secondary spectator, and therefore if there is something you need to change on a car for the pit stop, it's impossible. You have to do it yourself. So you're driving on a track, you're like crazy trying to control everything, and you have to 27.1, 27.2 psi. Hey wait, 27.4. Oh, okay, damage off. How much fuel did you want? 90 liters? Oh, okay, select me as well. Oh my god. Can you please give it to the other driver? So the driver, we have an entry list, right? So nobody else can join your car. Nobody else, because it's an entry list. It's like made for the server. So it's driver 1, driver 2, driver 3, 4, 5. Nobody else can join. Give the spectator driver ability to do a pit stop for you. iRacing has it, and it's the best thing ever. Is it like in real life? Imagine driver in real life stopping in the pits, doing his pit stop or changing his PSI and everything. It's horrible. So please, it's just like to make the life easier for everyone. I think it would be great implementation if the secondary driver could do all these adjustments. Because, for example, your teammate is not that experienced and he's driving and he doesn't know what he's doing, Jimmy Broadbent, he doesn't know what he's doing, and you do it for him, you know, like, don't worry man, 27.4 psi, all 4 tires, all good to go, ciao, easy. Now I know I'm not the real racing driver. I used to have like a bit of experience with the real racing when I was way younger, but I think the tire management in Assetto Corsa is way too complicated, and it makes huge performance differences of the cars on the track. Now don't get me wrong, I actually love it, but I think for especially rocky drivers it's way too complicated. If you know what I mean, it's basically, let's say an example, your racetrack is 30 degrees. You set up everything and your pressures, so you have to have an ideal pressures, let's say 27.7 psi, right? When you're driving 3 laps in a row, 27.7, let's say, optimal tire pressure on the dry tires. But if you change it a little bit bad in a setup, it's 27.9 or something like that, and you have a 28.2. Your front tires will not have enough grip, they will be graining, they will be terrible, it's gonna be just miserable experience. Now, because the weather is so dynamic, you have a 30-degree track, it can be 31, 32, 33, so your pressures are shit at the moment. Imagine you're driving and it's like, I don't know, 3 p.m. in the game, you have a 25 degrees, super awesome pressures, you nailed it, you made the setup beautiful, you practice a lot, and then it changes in 2 hours because it's later in the day, it drops by 4 degrees and your pressures are not good enough anymore. Now, I mean, it's very simple, yeah, but sometimes, you know, it's like picking the right numbers, you know. Should I do 25.1 or 25.3 and so on? I know you will say, well, you get experience, right? Drive the game more and understand the weather. But it's quite like for the rookies, like, let's do example again. Air racing or air factor, you basically change some values and you keep the pressures as they are. Now, I'm not an expert, I'm not a real racing driver, but I doubt that in a Spa 24-hour race, the team is changing. Oh my god, okay, it's 6 p.m. This stint is gonna be 25.5, 25.4, 25.6 and 25.7. It's gonna be perfect. They go on the track and in 1 hour the David Perel is back from the car and he says, guys, no. 27.7, 27.4, 27.3. I don't think it works like that, right? Like I feel like they have like 2, 3, maybe 4 options of the tire pressures, and that's how they roll with it, right? In real life. So I think for the I'm not like talking about the esport professionals who play the game all the time and they know everything, but I feel like the pressures are a bit too sensitive. Obviously, I'm not a developer. I don't mean it in a hate way, guys. Please don't get me wrong. I love the game so much. I just feel like for rookies, it's like, if you download the game, you go on a track, you take aggressive setup, your pressures will be shit, you know? You'll be driving on 25 PSI, 30 PSI, and so on, you know? But the problem is, the change, like if you have like 3/10 lower PSI, 3/10, so instead of like having 27.7, you have 27.3, you already notice your car is worse. And it can be 3/10, 2/10, 4/10 per lap, and it's like, I think it's a lot. So I feel like maybe the simplicity, you know, instead of doing that, make it like 28, you know, and so on. You guys get me? I hope you go. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, because I think especially for the rocky drivers, it would be really nice to have like simplicity in this. Because when I was racing in real life, we had like pressures for cold, pressures for hot, and that was it. Or basically pressures for quality and pressures for endurance, or like that, you know. Like, it wasn't like we were changing like all the time on the pressures on a car, you know. I wasn't driving GT3 cars, of course, but still, I think it's a bit way too complicated in this. So let me know what you guys think. I just want to have like a little simplicity. For example, in iRacing, you have the same pressures for the whole race, basically, because I think it's not like your tire will be like softer or harder, right? Can we somehow get rid of the intro of the game? Is it somehow possible? Can you delete some file or do something like that? Because every single time you turn on the game, you wait for it to load, and you have to confirm you want to skip the intro. My god. I mean, when I'm a new player, I really enjoy it. Like for the very first time when I turn on the game, I'm like, oh my god, this intro is so freaking epic. I love the sound. You know, and then for the third time, I'm like, this is getting a little boring, you know, skip. Or if you are in a rush, you know, later on, like, come on, get rid of it. Can I just, didn't they have it in Assetto Corsa 1? Like, skip the intro or something like that? Oh, the outro. Oh my god, guys. I know you are incredible developers. We love you so much. But seriously, press escape. Are you seriously confirming you want to escape the game? Yes. Developers who made this game. I mean, I get it. You want to know who did it about this amazing game, and I love it. But freaking hell, do I have to actually confirm it again? Please. So in the game, there's a lot of statistics. You can have like your rating on the track, your safety rating, your consistency, and all these awesome things, which I think are really awesome, because it's very nice when people join your stream and they're like, oh my god, you have a safety rating 99, that's pretty nice, and your consistency, wow, 99 as well, that's pretty cool, right? Can we do something more about it? Like, I feel like it kind of stopped in the development, because I feel like nobody cares about the track medals anymore. The SA rating, it's like, I don't know, maybe people don't care anymore because it's like there. But you have awesome statistics in the game, and also when you go to multiplayer, you see your friends, like you join the server, it says one friend on the server, so you join the server. But can we like do more stuff about it? Can we have like, I don't know, statistics where you can compare actually to your friends? Like I can see like, okay, Dalkin is, oh my god, he's obviously better on Paul Ricard, but I'm killing him on Spa and so on. And can we do something with the friend list? Like, I mean, yeah, you have a Steam friend list. The game actually sees you have a friend list. It actually tells you when you're joining a server that there's 2 friends online or 1 friend online. It doesn't tell you who that is. You can't tell. You can't even check, you know, properly. So please give us better stats and better friend lists, because we want to compare with our friends. I know we have results from the races and so on, but these statistics are also very important for us. We freaking are racing. We are racing drivers and we race this game. We want to compare. I totally forgot about the multiplayer with the friends list, but we also want to have like a favorite list with the servers, right? Like, I'm joining like 3 leagues and 4 leagues. It would be nice, like every now and then, just click a star or something, so the game understands that this is your favorite server. So every time you go to multiplayer, you don't have to type it anymore. Like, I know I'm lazy, you know, but just instead of typing it again, like sim, grade, endurance, it'll be like, oh, there it is, you know, top 4, because I'm typing on all those 4 servers. Thank you, that'll be so appreciated. This might be a little annoying because I don't want to, like, I'm not super smart with everything. I don't know exactly everything about the game, but can we get a little better customization of the HUD? I know we can turn it on and off and so on, but in Assetto Corsa 1 we actually could have like changed everything about the HUD just with the mouse, you know, like we just drag it with the mouse, put it there. Can we have like something similar, a bit more adjustable? It would be really awesome, guys. Talking about the friend list, how about achievements, huh? Like, I know there are some achievements and they have been some, but guys, we love achievements. As I said, we are racers, we race, we like to do this, you know. Give us achievement like first 1,000-kilometer race and you beaten the super fast SA99 driver, or you had 10 pole positions in a row or stuff like that. Come on, give us something to achieve, to fight for. Okay, this is gonna be probably longer. Talking about the setups. The setups in this game are the most important. It's literally, if you're on a higher level or in pro tiers or some esport, you really notice the setup really matters. I mean, yeah, you have an aggressive setup and safe setup and so on, it's great. But still, you can improve way more when you change the setup, like use mode tech and so on. But there's so many rookie players, so many AM, silver, new players coming into the game. And when they look at the setups, they're like, oh boy, here we go again, CDA, damn it. You know, because they have no idea what to do, and it's absolutely normal. But guys, can you make the setups a bit more informative, at least? Because I had questions on the Discord all the time on our community. What does this do? What does this do? What is this? I know you have a Google. I know you can go on a forum with ACC and so on. But it's the game, there's space, there's so much space. Tell me what the anti-roll bar does. Is it softer or harder if I go left and right? Is it gonna give me better that or that? I know explain the TC and so on. There's so many people who tell you like, just go on the forum. And I'm like, dude, I'm playing the game, like give me tutorial or something like that, right? Like if I play Witcher, they tell me exactly if I left click, I slash the sword. If I do right click, I turn the camera or stuff like that, you know, just give me like more tips, you know, like there's space and people love text. if it's about a setup that will improve their driving, give them more info or give them more simplicity to the setup as well. I know in some of other games they also created like a super base setup and you just change like you want a more wing or more aero or more cornering and you know stuff like that, more top speed or more cornering, things like that, you know. I don't want to overdo, but I think it would be really nice to have more information about the setups. What people talk about all the time. What NG map should I use? Every stream. Which NG map is better for this car or this car or this car? If I want to save fuel, what am I supposed to do? Go to forum. Please. I know this might be a little like lazy thing, but I know we have Assetto Corsa 1, but I know it's a GT World Challenge game as well, but I know we have a Brands Edge, but can we also like somehow get unlocked the Brands Edge Indy or Paul Ricard and have like a national or Nürburgring GP short? Or I mean, I love the game, I love the tracks, but I know I can go to a different game or I can go to Assetto Corsa 1, but come on, give us a little more, guys. Come on, just talk to the guys from GT World Challenge. I know Stefan Rattel will be like, oh, you will have more players if you will unlock the tracks. All right, we still have the license, it's okay. By the way, I will pay 100 euros for Nürburgring, please. mean Nordschleife, of course. So now we're gonna go to like a little impossible or simpler things from the requests we had. I would say, guys, it's a GT World Challenge game, and one of the most important things in the GT World Challenge in the Real series is a full course yellow and safety car. I know this is maybe too much to ask. I know it's too much to ask, but is it possible to like get like a safety car? I mean, we have like, sometimes we do like a multi-class race, endurance 24-hour race or 12-hour race, and the organizers are having like their own safety car or something, but it has to be like a physical driver. But like the AI in the game is so good, and AI driving in a single player is very nice. Do you think it would be impossible or possible to have like, it's gonna be a massive crash and the admin will do /safety car 4 laps or stuff like that, and it's gonna just run out the AI, everybody will have to align, do their pit stops, or the game will tell you exactly what to do. And how about that, guys? What do you guys think? Would you like it? I would love it so much for endurance races. Like, it would be in the control of the admin, not the game, and he could be able to, like, let's say write safety car and safety car end or stuff like that. That would be really cool. What do you think? It's 2021. We have a big hard drives. We have 8 terabytes, 10 terabyte hard drives. Can we have a longer replay save, please? I know we can press M on keyboard to save the replay. I do that all the time. But can we have a longer save, please? Appreciate it. Now this is basically my personal own request. Again, I know it's all about the setups and everything, but can we get possibility of having fixed setup in a game? Just get my idea. We have GT3 cars. I know there it's probably impossible to have a fixed setup because each car is completely different. But the game, I don't know if you guys actually play the game too much, but we have absolutely fantastic Porsche Cup in the game. You have awesome Lamborghini Super Trofeo. You have fantastic GT4 cars that can be used as a single class cars. Like, I don't know, Aston Martin GT4 Cup only, you know, or Alpine GT series. You know, there's Alpine Esport right now, Alpine Esport, and you have a fixed setup. Everybody would have exactly the same setup, exactly the same fuel, exactly the same conditions, everything exactly the same. It would be so good for Rocky players, and I think it would be so popular overall because, like, people don't have a time to use Motek and spend hours on a perfect setups. And I think fixed setup series, not always, but they are very interesting, especially when you have the same car, same conditions, and I think it'd be good. I think it would be cool. I would love to do like an Alpine or BMW M4 Cup. Oh my god. Custom liveries. I think that's a thing that is really hard to talk because, take it whatever it is, Assetto Corsa is official GT World Challenge game, so obviously there comes limitations, it's like Formula 1 game and so on. We have a custom liveries in-game implemented, and they are awesome. You can have like a nice colors on a car, change the rims, change whatever you want, the aux lights and so on. You cannot do much with the sponsors and things like that. But you can actually, not in a game, but outside the game in a Photoshop, you can make completely livery as you want to. And if you put it on the server, you can have actually whatever you want. You have a beautiful Red Bull or a beautiful G2, you have Aria's heat car, for example, and so on. So you actually have a custom liveries in the end, but you have to have them on a server. Like, on the other hand, for example, like iRacing, you have a trading paints, and it's so awesome, it's so simple. You just create your own, put it on the internet. When you join the server, it downloads. It's so cool. I think it will be amazing somehow. Guys, I'm not developers, so I don't know. I'm just saying my feedback that people said on my Discord, and I think I totally agree with them because there was like so many messages, and I really agree with most of it. And I feel like the custom liveries would be awesome. Or if you look at the GT Sport or Forza, they actually have it in game. Like, you can have a car, you can put your custom logos and everything. You can make like amazing liveries, and it's so cool. So I think Assetto Corsa could think. I know it's limitation with the manufacturers probably and such, but when the others do it as well, and your game is so popular, maybe you can do something about it as well. And while we at it with the custom liveries, the fun thing I totally forgot. Yes, we have a custom liveries which we can put the files on the server, and then everybody can see it. But those custom liveries are making a bit of a mess on the server. I'm not sure how it actually works, but when somebody has a custom livery and you have it as well, it lags when people join the server. Horribly. I was playing esport, I had to delete 20 custom liveries because it was impossible to drive. So it's together with the balance or performance of the game, it would be really nice, like make it a little smoother. I don't know, like is it possible to do something like that? What do you guys think? Those annoying pit stops in Assetto Corsa Competizione. I know we are bickering about tiny things right now, you know, we are not hating, we are just improving, guys. But oh my god, it matters if you stand 10 centimeters to the left or too much to the right or 10 centimeters too much in the front or rear. Please, just make the box bigger. The pit crew is so lazy. I personally had to fire so many of the pit crews because they are lazy to move and change the car 10 centimeters next to them. So they always lift the car, change it, and put it down again, and put the car up again. I think just make the box bigger. It will be so much simpler, so much easier. This is actual feedback from the new players into the game. Make the start more simpler. I know you have like a beautiful box that tells you you are in a green area in a formation lap. Don't go to yellow, don't go to red, you get teleported. Then you have stay under 70 kilometers per hour and there we go, green flag. But it's so sensitive to get a penalty, or actually sensitive to like do a mistake or something and get the penalty as well. That will ruin your race. I mean, look at iRacing. Like in iRacing, the only thing the game actually cares is if you don't overtake the guy ahead of you, and that's basically it. Otherwise you get a penalty. So therefore, in like a multi-class race, LMP1 in Le Mans can start 20 seconds before GTE because the GTE leader is actually keeping up the field. And I think that's how it's supposed to be, as in real life. I mean, of course, stay under a certain speed, like 70 kilometers per hour, but don't make it so oversensitive. Like, we are just players, you know, we are not super Einstein drivers, you know? And it's always like some people find some bugs into it and they jump the start, and or some other people are like very far back and so on. Let's make it simpler. There's always a lot of talk about the online matchmaking and CP races and so on. But I would like to just answer to that question already. There's a lot of people who are saying like what to do online. I want to race like daily and all the time, and it's like complicated for some people, you know, because obviously you have to go on the internet to find out. But there's already a solution. I would say sim racing, daily races, or daily races at the sim grid are like super solution if you want to have a good racing, daily racing. Then obviously you have a sim racing GP as well. You can join the communities and do a racing there. But it would be cool to be implemented in a game, right? Like, but I'm not gonna be picking too much because I think daily races for SimGrid are like awesome, and sim racing GP app as well is super awesome. Thank you for that. Wet weather racing and Assetto Corsa is like absolutely fantastic. But I feel like in maybe developers will tell me completely different fact. But I'm just saying what I see in a game. When it's wet and it's drying out, the dry line is static. Is the thing that somebody draw and created. Is it possible in any racing game to actually have the dry line from the drivers? I mean, like, I'm not technically smart in this. I don't know. I never created a game. So guys, this feedback, all the feedback I'm giving is not like hate. It's just please make it like, this is us, the community, you know? This is the community talking. If you'd like to have some cool stuff, and I know this is pickering because the wet weather is already amazing in the game. I think the wet weather is the best ever there was in ACC currently right now. It's amazing. 2 years ago it was great, but it was a bit crazy. Now it's amazing, you know, it's drivable. You can have like be driven 24-hour race, which was like dry, greasy, light rain, medium rain, and it was like changing all the time. It was fantastic. But I feel like it would be great to have like a dry line from actual drivers, because maybe somebody will tell me it is there already, but I don't think so, because it surely doesn't look like it. But it would be great. I think it would be great. Okay, I think this might be almost like a last thing from me, guys. I took it a little bit emotional because, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I love Assetto Corsa Competizione. I played the game for 1600 hours in the past 2 years. It's basically literally the main thing I play all the time with my community, with my subscribers, with everyone around, and I love the game so much. And I think the feedback I'm giving right here might sound harsh to some people, but to me, as if I would be developer, I would be actually happy with the feedback, because I'd be like, dude, this guy is saying this, it's actually pretty successful, you know, because he's not saying that the game sucks, he's not saying that something is wrong, he's actually giving like a normal feedback, you know. And that's what I would like you guys, or if any developer is watching, that's what I would like you to get from this video as well. I'm not hating on the game, I'm just saying my most favorite game ever, what I would do a little bit, add more, you know, like we always want more, you know, like we like we gamers, you know, we always want to have better from the game and more from the game. And as a developer, I would be so happy with the feedback like this, because I would be like, yeah, instead of him saying that our tire sucks or our suspension sucks or our graphics sucks or sound sucks, he's actually saying everything is awesome except just the little tiny things that would be made easier. That's actually super, right? So yeah. So following by that, guys, oh my god, I'm getting sweaty. Following by that, guys, tell us more about the game. Like, give us some roadblock, some future, you know? Because like last year we had like out of nowhere we got Imola. I love it, guys, because Imola is fantastic. Then obviously we had like year ago we got announced that we got a British GT pack, which got released after a year, which was super awesome. And now it's silent again. Could we, like, I don't know, maybe I'm asking too much, but could we know more about what are you guys actually like doing? I know you're fixing stuff, you're making sure everything's working tip top and fixing little things, which is fantastic because you actually take the feedback. Can you tell us more? Like, what are you working on? What is the future? Are we getting more stuff? Are we getting Manicure? Are we getting Portimao? Are we getting GT World Challenge USA? Are we getting like GT World Challenge Asia or stuff like that, guys? Please let us know. We want to know. We love your game. We want to know more. So yeah, guys, this is what I would like to improve or change on Assetto Corsa. Basically, I want to make those things simplified and something more detailed, and I think the feedback is quite nice. I love the game. I'm addicted to the game. Well, 1600 hours is more than enough to say that the game is great from my point of view. And together with my community, we came up with these things that I think could be a little better. If you guys have more to say, please let me know in the comments. But if you agree with what I'm just saying, or if you disagree, or if you would like to add more stuff, let me know your feedback as well, guys, because I think the Assetto Corsa community is actually absolutely fantastic. The racing is incredible, the game is incredible, and yeah, make sure to leave a like, guys, and subscribe, because yes, thank you so much, guys. It's really worth it. Thank you so much. Make sure to join our community, check our merchandise, and see you guys in the next video. Oh, I absolutely forgot. How about more damage, huh? How about more damage? I want to see tires flying and bumpers flying and wings flying. No bent carbon. Thank you very much.